Stadium in Tempe. It's the Syracuse Orange and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
If you haven't been to Tempe, Arizona to a college football game at Arizona State, it definitely should be on your bucket list. This is one of the most unique stadiums in all of college sports, built into the side of a mountain. You literally can go for a hike and watch the college football game. They have one of the most fun atmospheres in all of the stadiums, and they have built a concourse that is definitely worth a visit. A little club scene gets you going if you want to watch the Sun Devils. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The Sun Devils headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. And this game will start with a kickoff going out of bounds and give this offense tremendous opening field position. The give is to Miller. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. And Jelly. Quickly complete. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
Nice cut, nice timing between quarterback and wide receiver. That out route has to be pushed towards the sideline. The sideline's your friend. You don't want to miss short where the DB can make a play. Great throw, great catch.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to throw it again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run the counter, and they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big 3rd down play to keep the drive going. Throwing and Jelly. Puts it out of the air. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. He's at the 40.
Job number 1 for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Sun Devils are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Again, it's Brown. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And the defense was not fooled on that third down. They were expecting that could be run. Linebackers doing a nice job really coming hard downhill to stop that play.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to the run, it's Brown. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Steve Angeli rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Angeli from the gun on 3rd down. Fires it incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Trying to get it to the marker. Maybe some room here. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Angeli. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Rushes on him, and they got him.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Well, They finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how he snags it and there's running room.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Back to pass. That's caught. It's Anderson.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Zings it complete to the right. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy completion, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And now on 2nd down for this offense. A give to Brown. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
The Sun Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Direct snap. Might have a chance. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Sun Devils have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Fires quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. nothing. Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical cards nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Throwing and jelly. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Clement. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the 1st down at the 41.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Syracuse right back at it. Angeli on the play action. Pocket breaking down. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. But starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Moving away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, and maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Steve Angeli. Stepping to the right. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And that is no good. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Sun Devils want to move quickly. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. A great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Arizona State! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Yeah, and a nice job quickly getting the ball out. These bubble screens got to come out fast and got to come out to your playmakers who you can throw it to. Trust them to make the right read, get the ball upfield, and get in the end zone.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Number 12, set to kick off.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They go play action with Angeli. Floating away. Release to the back. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Love the poise on that play. You saw when he escaped the pocket, he was on the move. He didn't take his eyes from looking downfield. He kept reading the coverage, located a receiver, and picked up a huge chunk play.
And the timing just a hair off.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. Just can't hook up for the completion.
The run inside. It's Miller. Got enough for the first. There's some room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Makes the grab over the defense, and they are threatening now down at the 15.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Angeli. Got the quick pass. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
From the gun on third down, Steve Angeli makes the grab on the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on fourth down.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have
Makes the catch, and he's free. The 40, at the 30. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Great to have you with us from Thoreau Field, Memorial Stadium in Columbia, Missouri. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, the Sun Devils head coach told me pregame, this is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Sun Devils will kick off first, and here we go. on the run from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Maybe a crease. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Hardy. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Austin Simmons, the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Missouri gets to the line quickly.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Simmons throws toward the end zone. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Great coverage, great break on the ball, had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Gets open down the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Snap it to the back. Could be an alley. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
On first down, it's Brown again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Direct snap. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun on third down. It's complete to the left. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Missouri wants to go fast. Here's Simmons to throw. That's caught. It's Lee. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on first and 10. Back to throw. It's Simmons. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Tigers will have it first and 10. Wants to throw it again. Going for it all. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
And you want these guys that can take the top off the defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
And here's the return. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Sun Devils offense makes its way onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the...
All by himself down the middle. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, ASU! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to... to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And it's no good. Had a chance to tie it and couldn't do it. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Throwing Simmons. He'll take the deep shot. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Safe completion on the screen. Turning it on! They'll stop him short of the 1st down, and the screen didn't quite convert.
You know good and well the quarterback wanted to push the ball down the field, wanted to throw for the 1st down, couldn't do it because the defense had taken it away. He did the right thing, didn't turn it over, dumped it off to his running back. His running back got some positive yards, but guess what? Now,
guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Fourth down, Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
To the air on second down. Under fire. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Able to move the chains, and they still have a chance after picking up the first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And I've seen some crazy things with wide receivers. Like, they want the football. They call for it just like he does here. He wants the football. But, man, you've got to make plays. And if you're going to be loud and you're going to be that guy, when the ball comes your way, you got to make plays on it. And he doesn't do it there.
They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And as we get deep in this first half, a first and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Looking to throw. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snagged out of the air. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Simmons on the play fake. He lets it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. The 40.
And what a change in momentum. It looked like the offense was going to score points. Not only does the defense pick it off, but a great individual effort on the return, now setting their team up in field goal range to try and steal 3 points before the end of the half.
Unleashes one deep. Got it down the field. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they take it in for 6 more points. Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, this crowd is electric. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Sun Devils ready to kick it away first. Well, that'll give them good field position as he kicks it out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Using his legs, it's Davidson. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. And this crowd getting even more juiced.
And you you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He might want another play. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Hand off for Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Brown. There he goes. And he is brought down, but what a move he put on that first defender.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
And the Sun Devils go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wideout. They'll go with a direct snap. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. The give to Brown. And the defense drags him down.
Gain of 1. 3rd down coming up.
The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Snap it to the back. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Makes a catch. Trying to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries to get it himself. Sneak gets it done.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He's got it for the 2-point conversion, and they're up 8-zip. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's going to take off, and he'll be brought down. Clemson is quick to the line. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A spectacular one-hand grab.
Well, that's about as impressive as a short gainer catch as you're ever going to see. I mean, didn't get the first, didn't go very far downfield, but it was pretty looking. Caught it with one hand. I mean, I guess there's that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll pull it down and run. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. And wings it incomplete.
You just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
The deep thinking brings some heat on third and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. Gonna run it. It's Davidson. Pickup of 8. It's now second and 2. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Here's a little room there. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. From the gun. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Barrels ahead. Back's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers.
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. You need more of that physicality in the second half.
They'll line up to go for 2. He'll set up to throw. He's into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it first and 10 from the 41. Got his man on the outside. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab past the marker. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and...
Hits him inside the 20, still going. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Direct snap. There's a crease. Touchdown ASU. They take the lead here in the second half. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That keeps the score Arizona State 14, Clemson 8.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Might as well stick with him. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
That's a really good job by this defense, because 2nd and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, 3rd and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team? And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back with the defense. They were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moore. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And the defense gives up the 1st down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Fighting off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. But now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's going to run it. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking for room. It's Davidson. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Clemson jumps to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Got enough for the 1st. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers are back on top. Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. So a drive there of 85 yards, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Sun Devils come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They're staring down the defense and this crowd on this huge 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Now the Sun Devils calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. On the ground, it's Davidson. Makes it past the marker. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Davidson. Finding some, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdown.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I might want to change something up or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
Setting up for the PAT. When he gets this late, every point matters. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Offense in a bunch formation. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on third down.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. The offense changing the play. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Gotta have it here on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. Fourth down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Looking for the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Butler. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
Man, what great concentration by the big fella, and you see it, he pulls it in. What a spectacular one-handed grab.
To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabs it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. Snaps it in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Back to pass on second down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The Sun Devils take the lead right back.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stats on D either, right? And they'll be able to run out the clock. hands team doing its job, and that's going to do it for this one.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. And that is how we will wrap this one up. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody. Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. It's the UCLA Bruins and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in with the Bruins head coach before the game. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Bruins ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return.
Sun Devils. First and 10.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Brings into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers, these really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
The Sun Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. A give to Brown. Got a little grass. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball. And I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Running inside. It's Knight.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off for Brown. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Strong, firm tackle.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's good.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the tight end. Makes a grab and room to run. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Again, it's Brown. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turning it on.
This is a defense that prides themselves on their effort. If they don't get to the quarterback right away, they're not going to quit. He was able to scramble. He was to the sideline and get downfield, but the pursuit finally caught up to him, and they created the big takeaway.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Bruins in the hurry-up.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Iamaleava fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, UCLA! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Arizona State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Off play action on first down. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. There's timeout on the field. Arizona State calls it second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Makes the grab, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Sun Devils moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, time running short in the half. That's reeled in, it's Butler. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Sun Devils will line it up on first and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Lost one deep down the right side. Caught outside on the right. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, 1st and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's now 3rd and goal.
That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Pressure coming. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Now the Sun Devils calling their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the 4th down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Throwing, Imaliava fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
What a great job of recognition by the defense there. There'll be a lot of situations for defenses to expect run, especially down on the opponent's 1-yard line coming out, but they were ready for the throw that time, and they were able to jump the throw and get the interception.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. This offense has it with really good field position. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 1st down. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. takes the handoff. It's Thomas. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
On 3rd and short, the power run here. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Moving out to the right. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And that's really a lot of what we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Maybe some room here. Attack! Touchdown, Bruins! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run.
Arizona State, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hauls it in. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. And the Sun Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab down the left side. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got it! They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically...
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Fires into the end zone. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Throws it deep. He's got it at the 20. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They'll run with Robinson. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Pulls it in. It's Butler. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Quick completion on the out. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, you gotta like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're gonna need more of it, and they're gonna need it fast.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on 3rd down, man, don't be...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
One of the biggest reasons today why this...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Ready to fire from the pistol. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off play action. Fire downfield. He's got it on the left. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play.